never invested as much in public education as we should have because we've always had kind of a private notion of children. Your kid is yours and totally your responsibility. We haven't had a very collective notion of these are our children. So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities. Once it's everybody's responsibility and not just the households, then we start making better investments.
Did you catch that? It's pretty subtle, but here, let me play it again for you.
We have never invested as much in public education as we should have because we've always had kind of a private notion of children. Your kid is yours and totally your responsibility. We haven't had a very collective notion of these are our children. So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities. Once it's everybody's responsibility and not just the households, then we start making better investments.
Look at me. I am the parent now. Hello everyone, my name is Swamp, and it is once again time to talk about the state of teaching in our country. Could not be better. As you heard, there just hasn't been enough money invested into these schools. Even though I'm pretty sure we invest ridiculous amounts of money and it doesn't seem to be helping. Or maybe the problem is that you have not yet accepted that these people are the parents now. You're just there to, I don't know, just stay out of their way. It doesn't really matter. You know, it's not about you, okay? You parent. So let's take a look at some of these people who are now going to be parenting your kids now that you're out of the job.
So my coworker teaches biology, so she has, the climate change is real flag, and also Lady Gaga because we're big fans.
My second grade boys are officially obsessed with nail polish. So I let them know about the nail polish that Olive and June sent me, and they were like, Mr. Morris, you have to bring us some. And I was like, oh my goodness, I did not expect this. And then a day later, I had another scholar come in and he was like, I have glitter nail polish at home, but I couldn't wear it to school. And then the next day he came in and he was like, turns out the glitter nail polish is really hard to get off. So look at my nails. And I was like, wow, those are beautiful.
But wait, there's more.
I came up with the best idea, and it involves my nails. So every day I have new nails because I like practicing, so they change a lot. And every day at morning meeting, I tell this made-up story, and I get really crazy with it. Today was that I got attacked by Cinderella, and this is the gold from her tiara, and this is the blue from her dress. So now, whenever I have a new color, I'm gonna have the scholars write their own story to describe what happened to Mr. Morris on his way to school.
But surely this is only one guy. This cannot be the norm. It just can't, right?
It's International Pronouns Day, and I just want to say that as a teacher, one of the first things that I ask on my student survey is which pronouns you would like to identify as. And I just think as teachers, that's just a simple way of finding out how your students identify as, and then you just respect that.
Truly revolutionary teaching. Wow, why have we not thought of this before? And this woman here is extra crazy. I'm going to get back to her later on in the video, but for now, let me just give you a few more examples.
Yesterday, I heard a coworker say, I may not bother with the social justice content, the parent pushback just isn't worth it. But here's the thing, allyship abandoned the moment that it challenges others or receives pushback isn't allyship. And second, parents aren't always our adversaries. For every one parent that pushes back against social justice content or your pursuit for educational equity, there are several others that support you and are in your corner in your pursuit to achieve equity in education. And we're not in a right-to-work state, so we can't just be fired just like that for discussing social justice in the classroom. We live in a union state in California, so this individual has no genuine fear of being fired on the spot for pursuing educational equity. They just don't want to be inconvenienced by talking about it. You're not putting yourself on the line, you're not an ally, and you're certainly not an accomplice.
Wow, and you really think it's a good thing that someone cannot be fired based on their performance? But wait, there's more!
But I'm in California, and I'm protected by a union. So I'm gonna say what some people can't say. I'm a teacher, and I'm bisexual. I'm a teacher, and I think that any student has the right to be called by whatever pronouns are most affirming to their gender identity. I'm a teacher, and I think that Black Lives Matter, and that I should be allowed to say that in my classroom, in front of my students. I'm a teacher, and I believe in science, which is why I think you should get vaccinated for COVID-19. Oh, and I also believe in the science of wearing a mask. And I can say that because I'm not on my contract time right now.
God, why are they always just so smug, entitled, self-righteous? God, it just oozes out of their pores. It's disgusting. And I've had people tell me before that, oh, come on, it's just like second graders, or they're basically just, preschool, or they're basically just babysitters. It doesn't really matter. First of all, yes, it does matter. It does. But check this out. It's not just these little kids. I mean, if you're not aware of what's happening in colleges across our country, I mean, wow, what planet do you live on?
Pronouns are used in place of a person's name. While many use she, her, and he, him pronouns, a growing number are using other pronouns like they, them, ze, them, ze, here, per, pers, and am.
Some people are comfortable with multiple pronouns, regardless of their gender, identity, or expression. If someone's pronouns are she, they, that's just a quicker way to indicate that a person uses she, her, hers, and they, them, theirs pronouns. Others do not use pronouns for themselves and wish only to be referred to by their name.
Oh, I can answer this. It doesn't.
You can't know a person's gender by just looking at them.
Oh, like hell you
Asking
can't.
for and using correct pronouns is a way to respect those around you and create an inclusive environment. This is especially important for queer and transgender people.
Really? Is it because they need constant external validation?
And use the wrong pronouns, simply correct your mistake and move on.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But did you hear the way they said that? That sounded like a threat. Move on.
Refusing to use the correct pronouns or name is a violation of the Columbia University non-discrimination policy. Words matter. Even unintentional errors can create challenges. Research shows that using someone's correct pronouns has a big impact on their mental health and well-being.
See, that says a lot more about them than it does the other person who's not using the right pronouns.
A safer space for people of all genders and gender expressions. So, in introductions, share your own pronouns first. Use pronouns with your name in meetings and on name tags. And add your pronouns and this video to your email signatures, in your bio, and in chat. Together, we can create a more inclusive Columbia community for all those around us.
I hardly think there's any situations where I'll be using your pronouns in front of you, because generally you use them when someone's not around. So you can't prove whether or not I'm using them. And now I just want to show you guys some videos of this teacher that I found through Libs of TikTok on Twitter. I went to her actual TikTok and just started scrolling through her videos, and oh my God. This woman is... just watch.
Miss Hayes, are you okay?
No!
Why?
Harry Styles turned down the lead role in Last Christmas, and he robbed us of his own cover of Last Christmas by Wham! Alright, so for today's do now. Wait, oh my god, look at this, look at this. On a scale of 1 to Harry, how has your week been so far? See, Harry Styles. Harry Styles.
Miss, what are you doing for our advisory today?
We are watching Harry Styles perform. Oh, he's got the flag. If he does not wear something sparkly at my concert, I give up.
Is that a student dancing with her? Is that how students are allowed to dress now? Holy hell.
Good one.
I just see your husband.
Hello, my friend. So, like, I have a teacher, the best teacher ever, and she's, like, obsessed with you. Like, obsessed. You don't understand. And I was wondering, you know, if you could go like her TikTok. She's, like, your biggest fan.
But before all hope is lost, I just want to show you these little things that may help restore your faith just a little bit.
Okay, I'm a little bit distraught right now, but I hung up a flag on here about Indigenous Peoples Day. And I come in and my door is open and I look everywhere and I don't see it on my desk, on my other desk. I don't know where it is. I look and it's in the trash. Really? How disrespectful. I'm so angry right now. So I'm putting it back up because I'm not going to be silenced and we'll see what happens. And on her door, she had "Climate change is real," and someone legit scraped it off. Like, what?
This woman is not a teacher. I will not be silenced. You're the teacher, they're the students. And that she legit had the, who? We get it, you miss being in school, but holy hell, grow up, woman. So what do you think? Should the state be your child's parent? Because I gotta tell you, if this is what they're bringing to the table, they're not bringing their best.